They tell you it'll be the happiest time of your life. They say your heart will overflow with love, that you'll bond instantly. But what if you don't? Behind the Instagram filters and baby shower balloons, there's a truth that so many mothers are silently living with, but almost no one is talking about. This is postpartum depression. And for millions of women around the world, it's not just the baby blues. It's an invisible storm. It's crying when you don't know why. It's feeling numb when you're expected to feel joy. It's guilt, shame, silence. In this video, we're going deeper than any textbook definition. We're uncovering the hidden faces of postpartum depression, the symptoms no one warns you about, the stories that go untold, and the help many don't know exists. If you're a mom, a partner, a friend, or just someone trying to understand, stay with me. Because the truth about postpartum depression might shock you, but it could also save a life. Welcome. You've just stepped into a safe space, one where your feelings are valid, your struggles are seen, and your voice matters. Motherhood is often painted as a time of joy, of bonding, of magic. But there's a side many don't talk about, the part hidden behind the baby photos and well-meaning advice. Yes, 1 in 7. That's millions of women around the world. Women who smile through the pain. Who say, "I'm fine," when inside, they're drowning. Postpartum depression isn't weakness. It's not failure. It's not something you just get over. It's real. It's serious. And tragically, many suffer in silence. Why? Because society tells them they should be glowing. That they should be grateful. That struggling somehow means they're not good enough. But let me tell you something important. This space, this video, this moment. It's for you. For the mother who feels broken. For the friend who wants to help but doesn't know how. For the partner who sees the pain but can't put it into words. This is for someone you love, maybe even someone you've lost. Here, we're going to talk honestly. We're going to share truths most people are afraid to say out loud. We're going to listen. We're going to learn. Because the only way we can break the stigma is by speaking up. Together, with compassion, with courage. So let's take a breath. Let's lean in. Let's start a conversation that could change, or even save, a life. If you're watching this and it resonates, please don't scroll away. Leave a comment, share your story, or just say, "I'm here." You never know who needs to hear this right now. Let's heal, together. Let's take a moment to talk about something that confuses, and often scares, many new mothers and their families. You've probably heard of the baby blues, and maybe you've also heard the term postpartum depression, or PPD. But these two experiences are not the same. And knowing the difference could make all the difference. The baby blues are incredibly common. In fact, up to 80% of new moms experience them. They usually show up within the first few days after giving birth. You might feel tearful without warning, mood swings, or even overwhelmed, but these feelings tend to come and go, and typically fade within 1 to 2 weeks as your hormones settle and you adjust to life with your baby. These baby blues, while tough, are temporary. But when those feelings don't go away or start getting worse, that could be something more serious, postpartum depression. Postpartum depression goes far beyond mood swings. It can feel like a heavy cloud, a deep sadness, intense anxiety, or even a total emotional numbness that makes it hard to connect with your baby, or even yourself. Unlike the baby blues, postpartum depression doesn't just disappear. It can last for weeks, months, or even longer if left untreated. And this is important. Postpartum depression is not a personal failure. It's not because you're weak. It's not your fault. Postpartum depression is a real medical condition, and the good news is, it's treatable. With the right support, compassion, and care, healing is possible. So if you or someone you love is struggling, please don't stay silent. Reach out. Ask for help. You are not alone. Remember, understanding the difference between the baby blues and postpartum depression isn't just helpful, it can be life-saving. Let's keep learning and breaking the silence, together. Postpartum depression doesn't always look like what you see in the movies. Most of the time, it's silent, invisible, and terrifyingly easy to miss, even by the person going through it. So what does it really feel like? For many moms, it starts with a deep disconnection, not just from others, but even from their own baby. You might hold your baby in your arms and feel nothing. You may cry often and not know why. Or worse, feel absolutely numb. And then the thoughts creep in. What's wrong with me? I'm a bad mom. They'd be better off without me. You may be exhausted, but can't sleep, even when your baby finally does. You might feel hopeless, overwhelmed, like you're broken beyond repair. And in the most severe cases, some moms experience scary or intrusive thoughts, ones they're too afraid or ashamed to say out loud. If you're experiencing thoughts of harming yourself or your baby, this is a medical emergency. Please seek immediate help. You are not alone, and you can get better. These symptoms are not your fault. They're not a reflection of your love, your worth, or your ability to parent. They are signs of postpartum depression, and they are real, they are common, and they are treatable. The most courageous thing you can do is speak up. Help is out there, and healing is possible. You deserve to feel like yourself again. If this sounds familiar, either for yourself or someone you love, drop a like in the comments. You are not alone. Let's start a conversation that saves lives. If you're struggling with postpartum depression, please hear this. It's not just in your head. And it's not just emotions. Postpartum depression is the result of real, measurable, biological and environmental factors, not a personal failure. So let's break it down. Right after childbirth, your estrogen and progesterone, hormones that supported your mood during pregnancy, plummet. This sudden drop is one of the biggest hormonal crashes the human body can experience. Now add in extreme exhaustion, endless feedings, sleepless nights, your body recovering while you're expected to function. It's no wonder everything feels overwhelming. Don't forget, childbirth is physical trauma. Even smooth deliveries can leave your body in shock and recovery for weeks, even months. And then there's the pressure. Unrealistic expectations, perfect mom posts, silent comparisons. Society whispers, you should be happy. But what if you're not? Loneliness can be crushing, especially when support is scarce. And if you've struggled with anxiety, depression, or trauma before, the risk is even higher. All of this is happening while your brain is literally rewiring, adapting to care for a newborn, learning to survive on broken sleep, and regulating intense emotions. So if you're not okay right now, remember, your brain is adjusting. Your body is healing. It's not your fault. You're not weak. You're not broken. You're human, going through one of the most intense transformations life can bring. Tag someone who needs to hear this. Let's normalize this conversation, break the shame, and build a village of support. If you're struggling right now with sadness, anxiety, numbness, or guilt after having a baby, please hear this. You are not alone. And you are far from the only one. In fact, 1 in 7 women will experience postpartum depression. That's millions of women, every single year. But here's the heartbreaking part. Over 50% of those moms never talk about it. They suffer in silence, thinking, it's just me. I'm just not strong enough. What's wrong with me? But postpartum depression doesn't care about your background, your income, your relationship status, or how many baby books you read. And it's not just moms. Dads and partners can experience it too. Emotional overwhelm, disconnection, helplessness. One of the most common things people say after getting help is, I thought I was the only one, until I spoke up. Let this be your sign to speak up, to ask for help, to tell someone how you're really feeling. Because connection is where healing begins. Share this video. Tag someone who needs it. Let's break the silence, together. Let's be clear about one thing. Postpartum depression is not a weakness. It's a health condition, and just like any health issue, it deserves real tools for healing. Here are 5 proven tools that can help you manage and heal from postpartum depression, one small, powerful step at a time. First up, therapy. Talking to a licensed therapist or counselor gives you a safe space to process emotions, release shame, and learn tools to cope. You're not being dramatic, you're being brave. Second, medication, if needed. For some people, medication can be a game changer. And guess what? It's okay to need help balancing your brain chemistry. There are safe, doctor-approved options, even if you're breastfeeding. So please, talk to your doctor. No stigma, just support. Thirdly, rest and nutrition. This one's tough, but powerful. Your brain and body need rest. And nourishment. Even if you can only nap for 15 minutes or grab a quick, healthy snack, every small step fuels your recovery. Rest isn't lazy, it's medicine. Number 4, talk about it. This one can feel the scariest, but it might also be the most healing. Talk about it. Don't carry this alone. Whether it's your partner, a friend, or even a stranger online, opening up can lift the weight you've been silently holding. And number 5, join a support group. And finally, find your village. Whether it's a local group, an online community, or a new parent meetup, support groups remind you that you're not the only one. You don't have to heal alone. Connection is powerful medicine. Healing from postpartum depression doesn't happen overnight. But it does happen. And with the right tools, the right support, and a little bit of self-compassion, you will feel like you again. You're not broken. You're becoming. Healing from postpartum depression isn't about giant leaps. It's about small wins, the everyday habits that, piece by piece, start to bring you back to yourself. Let's talk about 5 simple, everyday actions that really matter. These aren't big, overwhelming goals. These are tiny steps that, when done consistently, can make a huge difference. First, start with a shower. It might seem small, maybe you don't have the energy. But getting in that shower, washing away the weight of the day, it's a small act of self-care that sends a powerful message. You're worth it. Next, sit outside for just 10 minutes. Let the sun touch your skin. Feel the breeze. Even if it's just for a short moment, this tiny pause gives your mind and body a break. Breathe. Reset. You deserve that space. Number 3. Drink 1 full glass of water. Hydration is key. Drink 1 full glass of water, and take a second to appreciate what it does for your body. You're giving your brain and body the fuel it needs to keep going, even when it feels impossible. Now, take a moment to write one thing you're proud of. It doesn't have to be a huge achievement. It can be something as simple as, I got out of bed today. Writing it down makes it real. You're acknowledging your strength, no matter how small it may seem. And finally, accept help without guilt. You don't have to do it all on your own. Whether it's a partner, a friend, or a family member offering to take over for a bit, say yes. There's no shame in needing help, and accepting it is an act of self-love. Remember, healing happens in tiny, consistent steps. Every small habit, every little win, adds up. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to take one step at a time. If this resonates with you, take a moment and share this video with someone who might need to hear it. Let's support each other in these small wins, because together, we're all moving forward. What's one small win you're proud of today? Drop it in the comments below. Let's celebrate these little victories, together. If you love someone with postpartum depression, you might be feeling uncertain about how to help. You want to support, but you're not sure what to say or do. The first thing to remember is, your love and presence matter more than anything. Here are 5 ways you can support them during this difficult time, and every little action counts. Start by listening without judgment. Sometimes, the best thing you can offer is your undivided attention. Let them share their thoughts, even if they don't make sense. Just let them speak freely. Number 2. Don't dismiss or minimize. It's easy to fall into the trap of saying, just sleep more, or, it'll get better soon. But those words don't help. Postpartum depression is not about being tired. It's not something that goes away with a nap. Acknowledge that it's real. Be there with him, not just with solutions. Instead of just asking, what can I do to help? Offer specific, tangible help. Ask, can I hold the baby while you nap? Can I grab some groceries for you? Sometimes, the simplest gestures speak volumes. Help ease their load in a practical way. Number 4. Remind her. She's not a failure, she's a fighter. Remind her every chance you get. You are not a failure. Postpartum depression is not about being weak. She's fighting every day just to keep going. Acknowledge that strength. She's doing the best she can, and that's enough. And, number 5. Check in. Even a simple text means a lot. It's easy to think that time and space will help, but check in regularly. Sometimes, it's not about big gestures. A simple text can change everything. I'm here. How are you really doing today? It's the little things that remind her she's not alone. If you're the one supporting someone through postpartum depression, remember this: you don't need all the answers. Just show up. Your presence and your willingness to listen, to help, to show compassion, can make all the difference. You don't have to fix it. You just need to be there. Love them with patience. Love them with understanding. And together, you can walk through this. If you're watching this, and it resonated with you, share this video. Share these small actions with the people around you. Sometimes, all we need is someone who shows us we're not alone. What's one thing you've done to support a loved one with postpartum depression? Drop it in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation going. If you're watching this, or if someone you love is going through postpartum depression, there are critical moments when it's time to seek help immediately. Postpartum depression can feel isolating, overwhelming, and even terrifying. But the truth is, help is available, and you don't have to wait to reach out. Here are the urgent warning signs you should never ignore. First, thoughts of self-harm or harming the baby. If you're having thoughts of hurting yourself, or harming your baby in any way, call for help immediately. These thoughts are not your fault, but they are signs of a medical emergency. Your safety and the safety of your child are the top priority. Secondly, we will look at extreme hopelessness or rage. Feelings of extreme hopelessness, or experiencing rage that feels uncontrollable, are clear signs that you need support. These emotions can feel overwhelming, but there is help waiting for you. Thirdly, we will focus on total detachment from your child. Another sign to watch for is total detachment from your child. It can feel like you're emotionally numb, unable to connect with your baby, even though you love them. This is not a reflection of your parenting ability. This is a sign that your brain and body need help. Fourthly, if you're experiencing hallucinations or delusions, such as hearing voices or seeing things that aren't there, this is a serious sign that you need immediate professional care. This is not something you have to face alone. If you or someone you know is experiencing any of these signs, please, don't wait. Call 988 if you're in the US, or your local emergency mental health line right now. The help you need is just a phone call away. You don't have to go through this alone. Postpartum Support International is an incredible resource for anyone dealing with postpartum depression. Visit postpartum.net to find help, information, and support groups near you. If you or someone you love is showing these signs, please don't wait. You deserve help. Your baby deserves a healthy, happy parent. Reach out now, because healing starts with asking for help. Share this video with someone who might need it. You never know who needs to hear this message right now. You are not alone. I want to leave you with a message of hope, because if you're struggling with postpartum depression, you may not see it right now, but you will feel like yourself again. You are not a bad mom, you're a mom who is facing an illness. Postpartum depression is not your fault. It's a condition that can affect anyone. It doesn't define your worth as a mother. You are not alone. No matter how isolated or misunderstood you might feel, there are millions of people who have been there, who understand, and who care. And you are not broken. Right now, it may feel like you're not the person you once were. But this doesn't mean you've lost who you are. You're going through a challenge, but you are still you. And you will come through it. This is not forever. I know it may feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, but healing is possible. You will heal, one day at a time. Remember, healing is not linear. Some days will feel like progress, others will feel like setbacks. But every single day is a step forward, even if it's hard to see it. Be patient with yourself. You will feel like yourself again. And that future, that brighter day, is closer than you think. If this message resonates with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Your healing matters. Your journey matters. And together, we can create a world where no one faces postpartum depression alone. Comment below and share your thoughts, your story, or how you're feeling today. We're all in this together. If you're watching this, I want you to hear this loud and clear. You do not have to figure this out alone. There are so many resources available, and you are worthy of support. Whether you're struggling with postpartum depression or supporting someone who is, reaching out for help can make all the difference. Start by visiting Postpartum Support International at postpartum.net. They offer incredible resources, support groups, and connections with mental health professionals who specialize in postpartum care. If you're feeling overwhelmed, helpless, or having thoughts of self-harm, please call 988. The National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is available 24/7 for anyone in the US in need of urgent support. Your life is precious, and there are people waiting to listen. Finding the right therapist can feel daunting, but there are great tools to make it easier. BetterHelp, TalkSpace, and Psychology Today are all platforms that can help you find a therapist who understands what you're going through. Whether in person or online, therapy is a powerful tool for healing. If you prefer to connect with others in your community, local support groups are a fantastic resource. Check Facebook, Meetup, or reach out to local hospitals to find groups specifically for postpartum mental health. You're not alone, and sharing your experience with others can be incredibly healing. Remember, healing doesn't happen in isolation. There are real, accessible resources and people waiting to help. You don't have to carry this burden by yourself. If you're ready to take that first step, the support is waiting. Share this video with someone who might need it today. Together, we can break the silence and build a network of support for all those navigating postpartum depression. You matter, your health matters, and you deserve to feel better. If you've watched this video and found comfort in it, know this, you're not alone. Postpartum depression is real, and it's not something we should ever keep in the shadows. The more we talk about it, the more we heal. So if this video resonated with you, don't just keep it to yourself, share it. You never know who might need to hear this message today. Someone you know could be struggling in silence, and your willingness to speak up could be the lifeline they need. You deserve support. You deserve healing. And you deserve to feel like yourself again. If you're going through this, I want you to remember, healing isn't linear, but it's absolutely possible. You can come through this stronger than ever, and there's a whole community ready to support you. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and hit that subscribe button for more resources and real, honest conversations. Let's keep breaking the silence together. And to anyone out there who needs it, I'm here, we're here, and you're not alone. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.